here's a look at a capacity crowd that's been anxiously awaiting the start of this one. It's Game 4 of the National League Division Series between the LA Dodgers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
And remember now, this is only a 5-game series, so this is an elimination game. And I think that anytime a team's season is on the line, well, they've got to play with a sense of urgency. So I think that's exactly what we're going to see here.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2014 St. Louis Cardinals.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. We'll hear more from the guys as the night moves along, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Los Angeles Dodgers as the skipper Don Mattingly will line his guys up this way. They'll match up against this young man, prized prospect right-hander Shelby Miller. Gordon will stand in. And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. So the leadoff man is set down to begin game number 4. And with that, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. Yasiel Puig to get his first opportunity here in Game 4. And you'd have to say he's been a non-factor here these first 3 games.
And if they're going to have any chance of moving on, he's going to have to step up his game. They need him to help anchor this attack, and he's been absent so far.
Hard right to Peralta out there at short. Had him played perfectly that time, and there are 2 gone now.
I'll tell you, if he didn't catch that ball, it would have knocked him down. This is a laser, but he manages to hang on to it.
Adrian Gonzalez will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
Here's the 2-1 to Gonzalez. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. Hard hit towards center. Jay will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Dodgers down in order. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. No score. Now the starting lineup for the Cardinals looks like this. Set to face these guys. He's been an all-star as both an American leaguer and a National Leaguer in his career. There are the numbers for the veteran right-hander Dan Herron. And behind him defensively, the Dodgers will line up like this. Matt Carpenter will get his first shot at it here. Got him.
We'll get a look here at the grip on that last cutter. You can see he holds this thing way over to one side. And the idea is that at the last moment, it'll cut in towards the hitter, just like that one did.
Colton Wong will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just one hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
Go Cardinals!
2-2. And he takes strike three called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away. And with 2 gone, let's take a look at our playoff bracket. And with this, of course, being a potential elimination game, will we punch a ticket tonight for that coveted spot in the NLCS? Matt Holliday will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and 2 away here in the first. Fouled back. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he struck him out, so a fine inning here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Game 4 rolls along. We're back after this. Matt Kemp leads things off now in the top half of the second. Now the pitch. Well, he just threw that fastball by him. Three and 2 now. On deck, there's Hanley Ramirez. On a big swing there at a fastball, and he really got into it high and deep to left center field. Jay is in retreat as he pulls it in for the first out.
Yeah, I thought this one was going to be 2, maybe even 3 off the bat. But take a look from this angle at how much room he's covering out there in center field. I mean, that's as good a jump as you're ever going to see.
So 1 away here with the bases empty. And here now a tough out in the person of the shortstop, Hanley Ramirez. Now the 1-1 to Ramirez. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Now a swing and another fly ball here as things are getting busy out there in Central. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Yeah, for a 1-2 pitch, this bites off a lot of the strike zone. You can see on show track, it's pretty much right down the heart of the plate. He jumps all over it and drives it for a 1-out double.
So a runner aboard at second here with 1 away. And here comes the speedy Carl Crawford. Hit well, but fouled that time by Crawford, as this will find the seats down the line in right. And Crawford swings and misses at that one, a strikeout victim for out number 2.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Juan Uribe will stand in, and you see the numbers for the series so far. He's really been one of their unsung heroes.
It seems like in just about every series, you get that one guy who really steps up, and he's been that guy so far.
Get the out!
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. One hit, one left. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Matt Adams will start things off in the bottom of the second. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Dives, and he hangs on for the out. Wow!
Oh, this is just a very tough play here in the outfield. A lot of times you're going to see the ground jar the ball loose, but he looks this one in all the way, lays out, and winds up hanging on to the ball.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. And this pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 now to Molina.
Come Cardinals! Come on, Cardinals!
Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. There to make the play is Puig for route number 2.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Johnny Peralta. Now a ball bounced towards the mound. Throw will go to Adrian at first, and with it, the side is retired. Nothing happening there against Danny Herron. It remains 0-0. A.J. Ellis is ready to go here as we begin the third. He squares this one nicely, and it's lined into center field for a leadoff single.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out. Now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
Dan Herron will stand in what would appear to be a sacrifice situation here. Now a ball hit sharply down the line at third. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball.
Can't ask for a whole lot more to start the inning. Hey, back-to-back base hits have him threaten to score our first run of the night.
D. Gordon will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game. Not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Fastball here.
I think it has to be. You're licking your chops if you're the hitter. 3-1, you can't walk the bases loaded. Bail and wail.
The 3-1. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. None out, runners at first and second. Now a ball sprayed fouled into the seats near third. Payoff pitch one more time. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, let's isolate this release here. You can see he's got an easy motion, easy delivery, and boom, then he runs his pitch up there pretty darn quick.
Yasiel Puig will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. And there's ball two now.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. Jay is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Adrian Gonzalez will stand in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third. No lead to speak of at second. Here's the pitch. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more of Game 4 on the show after this. John Jay will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
And that misses 2-2. A swing and a ball hit high in the air toward the left fielder Crawford, and he's got it for the first out.
Batting 8th, right fielder, number 18.
Number 18 will dig in here, and it's been a series to forget for him so far as you see the numbers there.
And with these guys just one game away from going home, he may not have too many more opportunities to turn things around. He's got to make every at-bat count from here on out.
Here's the 2-2 home. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, both these two starters are matching each other in the early innings, stride for stride. He's an out away now from a 1-2-3 bottom of the third.
Shelby Miller will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Watches a called third strike on the cut fastball that time, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Matt Kemp will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th. And now here's a ball lifted out to center for Jay. One gone. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And that'll illustrate just how different these pitchers are. You can see 95 is the top speed for one starter, with the other topping out at just 89. Hanley Ramirez will stand in here. He doubled his first time around. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
And that's taken outside for a ball, so he's worked it back to 2-2 now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
Now here's a ground ball toward the hole, and it's going to sneak on through into left field for his second hit of the night.
The batter, left fielder, Carl Crawford.
So a runner at first with one out now, and that'll bring in the dangerous left fielder, Carl Crawford. And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. Ball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. So a runner at first with two away, and standing in now, Juan Uribe. Uribe awaits the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now a fastball hit on the ground towards second. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Well, this is going to prove to be a costly error because this becomes a dead ball situation. And that means that those runners automatically move up to second and third.
A.J. Ellis will dig in. He singled his first time around. Now the 3-2 pitch. Has to fight to stay alive as this is fouled off to the right. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he takes ball 4, so now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
That's a good job right there with 2 away, because if nothing else, you get your pitcher to the plate here in this inning, so you don't force him to lead off your next inning offensively.
Dan Herron will stand in now with the bases loaded, 2 away, and a chance to really help himself out.
And at the very least, he's got to focus on getting something in play. He can really help himself out with just a simple single here.
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. Dodgers leave them loaded. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Matt Carpenter will stand in to begin their half of the 4th with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
And that's in there, 3-1. And the pitch. Oh, hit sharply as this is pulled into right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
Making a bid here to pick up their very first hit of the ball game. This might have been their best opportunity so far. You know, it's certainly hit hard enough. But he's got it in his sights out there in the outfield, and he's able to put it away and keep him out of the hit column.
Colton Wong will dig in here. Took a called 3rd strike his first time. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Now the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball to short. Oh, and this goes right past him.
Yeah, this ball might have caught him in between hops. He might have been unsure which way to turn his glove, over or under the ball. Instead, just goes right through it.
Matt Holliday will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. This is hit sharply to the left side. And that will be the first base hit of the ballgame for the Cardinals.
Well, even when you keep him in the ballpark, he can be trouble. Here he's right on this pitch, and he smokes it into left field for a solid single.
Matt Adams will dig in here. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. Ramirez on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. A hit and an error in the inning, but they failed to score. On to the top of inning number 5 we go, and we are tied 0-0. D. Gordon will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
In the air to right center. There to take it is Jay, and he's got it for the first out.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Yasiel Puig will dig in now. He's lined out and flied out in 2 trips. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. Now a bouncing ball that's going to get past Miller and into center field for a base hit.
A good job there of making a 2-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
So one gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. Puig off for second. Now a ball swung on and taken the opposite way out toward fairly deep left center. And Holiday's got this one, and there are two gone.
Well, we're still looking for that first run of the ball game. Thought for a second this might be it, but it just didn't have enough steam behind it.
Matt Kemp will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first two plate appearances thus far. No runs, 5 hits. One error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Dodgers leave one. Halfway home, still no score. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Yadier Molina to start things out for the Cardinals here in their half of the inning. And he lays off again, ball 3.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. This pitch is swung on and lined over the head of the shortstop Ramirez. It's a base hit.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Johnny Peralta will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Now the 1-1 to Peralta. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. And that'll be a base hit for Peralta. And the runner will hold at second, so 2 on with nobody out.
There you go. Back-to-back singles here to open up the inning, have him set up in a good position to break this deadlock.
John Jay will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
And he got him.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Number 18 will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In the air, down the left field line and deep. And this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second. Now it's cut off, a throw to the plate, and the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
Yeah, he squared that one up pretty good. No chance to run this one down as you see it one hop the wall out there, and he'll leave his way in the second with a 2-run double.
Shelby Miller will stand in, and you have to figure that he'll likely be swinging the bat now. hard to the left side. That's in there. Base hit. In quickly with it is Crawford, so that'll hold the runner at third base.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
Matt Carpenter will dig in now. He struck out and lined out in his first two at-bats. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Ready with the 2-1. Hit hard, but this is a foul ball. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
And he's having a rough go of it so far. His second strikeout of the ball game. You can see him gesturing that he thinks that pitch was outside, but you know, I think once he gets a look at it in the clubhouse, he'll probably change his tune.
Colton Wong. We'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home here in the inning so far. On a big swing as he takes this one to the opposite field. High and deep to left center. Around third and being waved on home. And he will score as well. They've doubled their lead now to 4-0.
Well, he'd been able to get that pitch by him earlier in the game, not this time. He's all over it here, and he's going to bring home a couple on the 2-run double.
Matt Holliday will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Short lead from second, now the pitch. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Dodgers nothing. Hanley Ramirez will get things started here in the top of inning number 6. Look into Molina, now the 1-1. And, oh, look out as the cutter ran way in and just about drilled him. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
And Ramirez will just try and work his way aboard here. It's 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. And that is past him at first. It's a fair ball.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Carl Crawford will dig in now. Hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
That runner's leaning.
Now Miller on 1-1. Oh, look out now. Guys don't like it when you miss up and in like that.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
Keep that runner off field.
Runner goes for second. Pitch outside. The throw. And it's not going to be in time as Ramirez has himself a stolen base.
Boy, that's a good jump right there this time. I think he had this one stolen even if the throw is on target. But you see the shortstop have to go up the ladder to get it, and that took away any chance of throwing him out.
Late swing and a ball line fouled into the seats past the third base dugout. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Hit hard toward the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
If you're going to pitch a good game at this level, you're going to have a few out-of balls, and that one was squared up pretty good, just not in the right location.
Juan Uribe will step in now, 0 for 2 to this point. No runs on 6 hits. 1 error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. Close to the bag, it's second there, now the pitch. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
And a lot of times, you might say, 4-run lead, we'll make that up. But I tell you, the way he's throwing the ball right now, they might be fortunate just to get 1 run off it.
A.J. Ellis will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Game 4 rolls along. We're back after this. Jamie Wright will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
Number 28, Jamie Wright.
Matt Adams will lead things off in the inning for St. Louis, and he'll be followed by Yadier Molina, who waits on deck. Now a fastball hit in the air to left, where Crawford has him played perfectly, and he puts it away for the first out.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it, running it down.
Yadier Molina will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Come on, Cardinals, let's go.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. Full count, 3-2. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. There to take it is Ramirez. Throw on to first to be in time to get Molina, and that's out number 2.
And this is music to a manager's ears here. After he watched his club give up 4 runs an inning ago, this guy's come in and got 2 quick outs to start the next inning.
So 2 gone now in the St. Louis half of the 6th, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Johnny Peralta. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
You don't want guys to get too comfortable up there, so that's a good idea to run something in tight.
Hands held high by Peralta. Now the pitch. And that pitch comes over to catch the corner. It's 2-2 now.
Let's go, Rickard.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. Taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
You can't fault the pitch selection or the location there. It's well placed. Maybe just a hair off the outside corner. But 3-2, that's where you want to be.
John Jay will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk. And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
Number 18 will step in now and see what he can do with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th. One runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more of Game 4 on the show after this. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Game 4 is off to the 7th inning now, but before we get it started, let's check out our game summary to this point. Andre Ethier is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
16, Andre Ethier.
That's on the outside corner, count 2-2. Well, pitch count will become a factor here in the 7th. He's about to hit 100 for the game. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. And he'll take strike 3 call. Make it 3 straight punch-outs now on the mound. 1 away.
And here's a look now at his pitches by inning so far. You can see he had troubles back in the 4th, but other than that, he's been around what you'd expect.
D. Gordon will stand in for the 4th time now. Still looking for his first hit of the ballgame.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far. They've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit hard on the ground to short. Picked up by Peralta. Throw beats him by a half a step. He almost beat that out. Yasiel Puig will step in, a base hit in his last time. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They trail here 4-0.
Your attention, please.
And a new pitcher set to come on now as they turn things over to the finesse left-hander J.P. Howell. A.J. Pierzynski is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
A.J. Pierzynski.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2.
Yeah!
2-2 pitch on the way. And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. And this ball's pulled on the ground down the line to first. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Third baseman, number 13,
Matt Carpenter will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Hit hard back up the middle. In there, a base hit.
You talk about getting the bat head out in front. This is rifled up the middle. Can't square up a baseball any better than that.
Colton Wong will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. A little bit outside. 2-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going.
Let's go, Cardinals!
And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Swing and a ball bounced back up the middle. And he wisely just steps on second to get the force play. Back to Gonzalez, but it's a bit too late, and they'll settle for just the 1 out.
He kind of got stuck in an in-between position right here. I don't think he quite knew whether to flip it or step on the bag and take it himself. So he does get the sure out, but no shot at the double play.
Matt Holliday will try again. Struck out swinging his last time through. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Oh, and this goes right past him. And that'll make it first and second now on a costly play there.
And you know, guys, sometimes it's just better to be lucky than good. I mean, if the pitcher can't get this thing, you figure it's going to take a superhuman effort by anybody else behind the mound to make a play. And this one's going to go down as an infield single.
Matt Adams will get his shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 7. 2 down, runners at first and second. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. On to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 8th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Dodgers nothing. Seth Maness will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. Adrian Gonzalez will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. Called strike on the sinker, 2-2 now. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. A look there at our line score as we play the 8th inning here at Busch. Cardinals out in front as they look to try and hang on in front of the home crowd. Matt Kemp will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And a sinker sinks too much there as it bounces into the catcher's glove.
Come on, guys, let's go!
Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. And now this ties up Peralta. And in fact, no throw as he's able to reach first base safely.
Yeah, I think this has got to be an infield single. You see the reaching attempt there at short. Even if he fields this ball cleanly, there's no guarantee they were going to get him at first, and this is indeed going to be a base hit.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Here we go, guys. Come on.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
And you know, his changeup and sinker sort of do the same thing. They both drop off the table pretty good at the end. The only difference is he usually wants you to hit his sinker, and he wants you to swing and miss at the changeup.
And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Here's another 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2-2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Grounded, foul. And now this is swung on and pulled down the third base line. And this is past him at third, down the line. It's a fair ball. And they'll get it in quickly, so it's runners at first and second now with 1 man out.
Maybe a chance here to put a dent into that scoreboard after all. This gives them a couple guys on base now here in the late going. And at the very least, another hit here could be enough for them to avoid the shutout.
Carl Crawford will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
On the ground to second base, this could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Game 4 rolls along. We're back after this.
Your attention, please.
And we'll have a new pitcher take over here as it's the former first-round selection out of Miami, right-hander Chris Perez. Yadier Molina will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And this is swung on and missed, though the ball did hit the ground, so he'll need to go to first. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. Get some fishing for it. Then nice work to tidy up behind the plate and make the putout at first.
Johnny Peralta will stand in. Base on balls his last time.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
John Jay will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals, but they're in front 4-0. Juan Uribe will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Right field, number 18 is there, 1 away.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. But he's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
A.J. Ellis will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats, foul. Another 2-2 offering. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Number 18 is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
And right here, you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play near the line.
Justin Turner will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Swing and a fly ball, and this should do it, and nobody can get there in time. Base hit.
Well, the toughest out in any ball game is always the very last one. These guys are still breathing, but it's going to take a few more of these to get back into contention.
D. Gordon will try and erase his 0 for 4 in the ball game. Called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. In the dirt that time, but a good block there by Molina to keep it close. On the ground to third. Throw to first will be in time to record the final out, and the Cardinals have battled back to knock this series up at 2 games apiece as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Going to be successful in the postseason, as you know, you need players coming up big, and this guy certainly did that. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Cardinals win it 4-0. Good night from St. Louis.
Final line score tonight. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 4 runs on 8 hits. 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Dodgers, no runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. The winning pitcher is Shelby Miller. The loss goes to Danny Herron. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 38 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Busch Stadium, a sellout of 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven and remind you to please drive home safely. Have a good night.